players, officials, umpires, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. A true sense of discipline and also getting me to have a passion for the game of cricket. I cannot refuse. You would see today, over the years I've been invited to attend the School Boy Cricketer of the Year function. I must be the only past Sri Lanka School Boy Cricketer of the Year who has not attended the function. Purely because I'm sure my wife won't like it. She does not like to attend functions. I thought it was important for me to address also the coaches, the parents, and maybe the match officials. If they are here, they can pick up one or two things. For the coaches, do not look at the parents or what they are, who they are, what benefits can you get from them. Treat all alike. Look at the talents of the kids and try to nurture them to become good cricketers, above all, good human beings. To treat the kids the way they are, not because of the parents, not because of where they come from, not because of who they are, because for me, sadly, I hear stories which I feel it shouldn't be the case. For the parents, I must say, your son, your daughter is the best in the business. He's the best cricketer, best student, but don't try to live your dreams through their kids. Allow them to develop their own born talents, and also refrain from allowing your kids to criticize the umpires, coaches, teachers. I remember again, I can only speak about the experiences that I have had as a youngster and also being a father of 3 daughters. I remember when I was playing under 14 at the time, under 15, I was selected to represent my school under 19 team. My father says always you should not mention this in public, but I feel it's important for the youngsters and also for the parents to know what hardship we've had to reach our goals, to reach our targets. My first 11 game for my beautiful school, I always have Sri Lanka at heart and Nalanda at heart. But my own colleagues, I was only 14 years, they were hanging white flags, the fact that I was representing the school under 19 team. I was deprived of going to school for about 8 months. I'm sure my mother is here. We had internal fights at home, but both my parents were fighting. But my father stepped in and said, whatever happened, he's going to face this. He's not going to leave. As Mr. Bendy said, all my mother's siblings were at Royal, and I had an invitation to join Royal, but my father said, no. Kerala here, Nalanda Maine. I think and that is the lifelong lesson for me. You left challenges, you left obstacles, and at no point of time, my parents blamed the school, my parents blamed the coaches, teachers, or the fellow students, but taught me to fight my way through to achieve my goals, to achieve my targets. There's another small incident. I've got a daughter who's studying in India. She's also not talented or bright like the father. Both of us are very hardworking. Some of her colleagues, she's been there for 1 year and a bit, were making it hard for her. There were practical jokes. There was no fun for her. She is all by herself, first time away from home. They had even kept bottles of beer outside her room. But at no point I blamed anyone else. I just thought I should tell my daughter what I had experienced and what she needs to go through. And when she reflects, goes back memory lane, she'll come out a tough person. And by saying that, at the end of the year, I'm proud to say that she was in the top 6 students. So I just thought I need to share this with all the parents and tell you at no point try to take your kids to their goals. Let them go. What you can do is to guide and encourage them to achieve their goals. I can see a few macro features also. I think being a cricketing gathering, I can share one or two of my thoughts as well. I think it's important. Recently coming back from overseas trip, I think it goes to the coaches as well, that some of the coaches, together with the umpires, try to manipulate games, try to disrupt the opposition by maybe calling some of the opposition bowlers for chucking. Don't look at shortcuts. Sadly, since winning the World Cup in 1996, we have been facing that. And the game I so passionately love has been affected. And I must say that whoever who has come, though they say that they've got the love for the game, it hasn't been. If so, our board, cricket board, with all the money that they have got over the years, would not be 600 million rupees short. I thought I'll state that and tell the coaches and the umpires that you all have a role to play. But it should be fair play. Finally, future budding cricketers. I must say that there is no substitute for hard work, dedication, commitment. I think you should be able to combine your academics as well as sports. It is up to you to find time and manage. I know it's not easy, but in life, if you want to achieve something, you have to make sacrifices, you have to work hard and be committed. Finally, let me congratulate all the winners, but what is more important is to compete and play this beautiful game the way it should be played. And I need to make 3 corrections. I basically made note of those in my hand. Mr. Mendes, thanks a lot for those flattering words, and also my friend Sean, whom I go back a long way. Mr. Mendes mentioned that I was opening batsman. I had never been an opening batsman. I opened for the first time ever in my career was in a test match, and I was always a number 3 batsman. I like action than talking, but I think I will be failing my duty if I don't correct it to some of my friends who are in Australia. When I went for the World Cup 2015 to officiate, I told some of my friends I built a preschool in a very, very remote village called Veeratanna, which is 20 kilometers from Kapitigolla. But when I went there, and it was built by the army, and when I went there, the parents said, currently kids travel 7 kilometers to get to the primary school. My heart sank, and at that moment itself, I said, I'll help you all to build. So when I was in Australia, I told some of my friends, some of them were Australians or more, and some of them are Sri Lankans. And I said, guys, you need to put something together and to help me. They had a fundraiser. They raised 2/3 of the funds. The balance will be funded by me. We are in the process of building the school, and hopefully we will make a reality sooner than later. Also, sir, whenever I retire with the intention of spending time with the family. The family has to make sacrifices for me to achieve, reach my targets, reach my goals. However, I feel because I put number 5, I put honesty, integrity, values, friendship, money. There's something that comes my way to keep me going. So, I will not only be deprived of spending maybe time with my family. We are blessed with a grandson. I will be deprived of seeing him growing as well. Before I conclude, I would like to leave a thought behind. When the great scorer comes to write against your name, he writes not whether you won or lost, but how you played the game.